How you doing, everybody? My name is Charles with Elite Swimming Pools, and today, yet again, is another Saturday fulfilled with repairs. I'm going to show you the scope of work that we're going to be doing today, and let you know what we're going to be doing very, very shortly. So we're back at the pool that we did our acid wash and refill. Unfortunate thing has happened that since this pool system wasn't running for roughly about 8 to 10 months, the pool pumping system completely went out. That's our regular circulation pump right there, and here's our spa booster pump. So we're going to be completely renovating this whole entire equipment pad right here, reorganizing everything. And actually what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing the spa booster pump, eliminating that from here, and we're installing a bigger pump, variable speed, Jandy variable speed pump. We're going to go to a single pumping system, not really needed for this small spa right here. We're going to be setting this pool up. This is going to be the initial phase one of the equipment overhaul, and we're going to get all the products, set ourselves up, move all the things that we don't need out of the way so we can get this repair started for you. Stay tuned. We got a lot of great things coming. Okay, so we brought all our equipment here. I'm just going to go over everything and what we have. I'm starting off here. We have 3 buckets of fitting adapters. We're primarily going to be working with 2 inches here today, which is great, but we still be working with a little bit of 1.5 inch stuff. So here we have a full bucket of 2-inch 90s, and here we have a bucket of just all different assortments of 1.5 inch products, and here we have a whole bucket of assorted 2-inch products. Here we have some just regular utilities, regular hand tools that we're going to need for the job. Very, very important. Probably one of the most important things that I brought today, this fan, because it is hot as you know what. This fan, very, very essential. I do have a tarp, but in its close quarters, probably only have maybe about a good 5 feet between the wall of the house and the fence line. Between this little area, I will be searching for a small little tent to cover myself, because being cool, being covered allows you to think think more clearly. Second most important thing I brought is a towel. Wipe the sweat, wipe me down. You know that song, Wipe Me Down? I think from Boosie, Wipe Me Down. Here we have a box. We're all Jandy here, and I primarily install Jandy products. I really believe in their products, and you know, this never failed me. My own personal pool, I have a whole entire Jandy products, but here we go. We have an American Granby 1.5 inch ball valve that's going to be for our waistline. We have 2.5 inch Neverlube CPVC valves right here. We have 1 check valve that's going to be for the spa. And then I just brought some assorted 2-inch tees right here for our job. Probably have some left over. We're going to be installing today the brand new Jandy VS Flo-Pro FHP 185 DB2A. This is the dual mode. You can set it up either 110 or 115 or 230 volt selection. And this is also the unit that has the secondary relay internally built in, where you can install, let's say, the Jandy True Clear salt system directly into the pump, and with the IQ Pump 01 controller, you can manage that throughout and get power through the actual. You could draw power through the actual pump instead of driving it to pulling the power from your timer. You can pull power actually from your pump to power up your Jandy True Clear. So we have that pump, and then obviously we have our IQ Pump 01 automation wireless antenna that we're going to be installing. So to recap, we're going to be removing this spa booster pump right here, and we're going to be adapting the spa main drain line into our pump right here. We're going to leave our circulation pump around in the same area this one is going, obviously, and we're going to be readapting the plumbing, the intake manifold side. The filter, we're going to be leaving the filter. Client wanted to stay with the filter this time. Later on, we probably will be upgrading that, because again, this is phase one, bringing this pool up to date and to the new times, variable speed pump, automation. So we went with the phase one of the beginning stage of automation, which is with the AccuPumper 1, able to run your phone, through your phone, through the free app of the iAqualink, changing the speeds and schedules of your pool pump, and that's in phase one. So this filter is going to be moving into there. We're going to be redirecting the filter in a different location, and then pulling our plumbing over here. We're installing a Jandy valve somewhere around this section to control both pool and spa. This is our spa line right here, and this is our pool return line right here. So we're going to be installing our spa check valve around this location, with our three-way valve right here, and then leaving space to do other work over here. Phase two, hopefully phase two is going to be installing the heater. Whenever the client elects to do that, we're going to be installing the heater in the location back there. So we're going to be setting up phase one. Is going to be setting up the plumbing, setting up all the electrical, everything ready to go for phase two, so that it's an easy transition from one into two, and hopefully phase two would be the last phase. Well, no, actually there's probably going to be a phase three later on, where it's going to be actually renovating the swimming pool, bringing that current, putting Jandy lights on there. But you know, right now at this point, that's wishful thinking. We're just going to focus on phase one. So yeah, we're going to be setting up phase one for phase two, for all the plumbing, so that when we go to do installation of a heater, the heater is going to go in that back part back there, so the plumbing can easily transition from the filter. It's going to be in this location right here, kind of like where the exit, the discharge of the filter is. That's where everything's going to transition over there from the filter back out that way. Let's get the damn thing done. So right now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at the electrical, seeing what we got to do to take out the electrical for this secondary spa booster pump, removing everything out of there, and then getting this safe and secure, ready to go for our installation. Let's get it going. So I'm going to do the electrical first. I'm not going to record none of that, and we'll show you some of the other fun stuff. Figured out that this unit, this was our kill switch for our circulation pump right here, and this was our on-off switch for our spa booster pump, which is right here. The electrical comes from the main circuit breaker panel way down there through this conduit line right here, and it feeds into this switch right here. This switch will be activated. It will actually send power to our, this is a combo. It's been a very, very long time. This is basically our control box. This unit was controlled by an air switch. This is an air tube, and they typically would run underground to our spa. Okay, and the air button is actually this right here. It would be activated right there. This was actually this was the first way of them doing kind of like automation per se, instead of you having to actually come over here to the system and do everything by the system here. You would press that button, air would be compressed through the tubing line up inside of the junction box. This switch would actually be on all the time, and that button, when you press it, air would activate relays that are inside of this control box that's right here, and then it would make contact in the relay, sending power to the spa booster pump, and then boom, your spa booster pump would activate. So this system would no longer it's not buried just within the piping. Typically there's a conduit type of line that goes underneath connected to the spall. It's buried, it's not here. Regardless, we don't need it. We're eliminating that because eventually we're going to be going automation. For the time being, it was phase one. The client will have to come over here and move valves and automate everything. But again, phase two is going to be the full automation. We're going to be using everything. The client actually can automate and do all the functions necessary for the swimming pool at the fingertips of his mobile device that he chooses to have the app located on. Typically, it's your iPhone or your Android. That's the way you're going to activate it. So we are going to be removing the combo relay control box from the wall, removing all the electrical that goes to the pump, removing the bonding from the pump that's right there, and then starting to do all of our cutting and eliminating of this pump. This pump, we're going to be taking off the back of the motor, removing all the electrical there. We will be reusing the electrical for the new pump installation. I'm hoping that we're going to have enough electrical run to do that. We should. So we're going to get this started. We're going to start removing our combo right now from the wall. Then I'll be opening up the inside to do the disconnection of the electrical here before we take it off of the wall. Hopefully we're able to access it, and that way I can show you how this looks on the inside. Fairly simple unit. You can see a series of electrical wires, and then I'll show you where the relay comes into play, where the air tube gets plugged into. There we go. So this is the inner workings right here. Okay, we have our main power that's coming in right here. That gets on line 1 and line 2 right here, and then we have our load side right here, our low and our common. And we set it up here, the jumpers for the high for a high pump. So here's our ground. So we're going to be disconnecting all the electrical right here. Our relay, everything gets, see the wiring is going in the back, and the back here where the air tubing is, right back in there is where the actual tubing goes into. That goes through a relay there. An air relay that makes all the contacts and does all the switching here. So we're going to be doing all the disconnections. And I need a smaller screwdriver to do this. So while I go get a smaller screwdriver, we're going to be removing these wires from here. Okay. It's not being used. I'm not going to use that. This is the wire working on the wire. We're not going to use this anyway. That I've already done all my disconnections on the main box. that goes out of here. Same thing for this. I'm raising this really tight. Which is a good thing, but I just think it's just from the years. Million pieces all over the place. A little bit of organization keeps everything good. See you guys fail. Sorry about that. So, got our box off. Let me set you up over here better. We got our box off there, and there we go. Now, actually, we're gonna be moving over. We're gonna finish doing all the electrical, removing all the electrical from the two pumps now, and then we'll come back on something else. All right, so we got spa booster pump out of the way with the electrical. I didn't bother taking off the electrical wiring because the back of the motor cover for the electrical was all worn and torn out. So we're gonna basically be discarding it anyways. So we removed all the wiring from there completely out. Now we're onto the circulation pump. We were able to take off all the electrical on the back of this pump. So the filter inlet is going to be over here with the outlet over there. So I'm going to stop right here for the simple fact that, see, this is the downfall of having a spa booster pump. See, our spa is filled up with water. If I continue on with this job and I go to cut any one of these, I go to cut especially the spa main drain line, I can't plug, I would have to plug all four of those spa things, but this is going to be inundated with a lot of water around here. So I'm going to go back to the warehouse right now. Also, I'm going to be taking a little quick break. I may disconnect the filter, get all that prepared, leave all the check valves in place so that none of the water flows out of the pool. I'm just going to be basically disconnecting the filter, moving that out of the way, and then I'm going to go to my warehouse and I'm going to pick up my sub pump, and I'm going to pump the water from the spa back into the pool, so that when I go to do the cutting of the spa main drain and pool return, then I'm able to do that without any water. I may have to anyways plug up the pool because the pool looks like it's built up higher than the actual plumbing. So once I go to cut the plumbing of the pool, I may get that same effect from the pool. So nevertheless, I'm gonna take a quick break here. We're gonna stop and then we're gonna resume in a little bit. Stay tuned. All right, my people, we're back here. Actually, I didn't take a break. What I elected to do, talking with you guys and regarding the swimming pool and going to get the drain pump to drain the spa into the pool, and it's talking everything out. I know, I had said that regardless, I would have to plug up the pool return lines for the sheer fact that how low our plumbing is versus where the swimming pool is at. So I elected to just plug up the all of the returns inside the spa. There was 5, and inside the pool there was 3, and I had exactly 8 test plugs to plug everything up, because we do also leak detection, so we do carry that type of equipment. So we took out, there was only well, none of the return jets fittings were good or anything, so 3 of them were broken, and all 3 were inside the spa. So the spa didn't, I mean, all 3 were inside the pool. The spa had none, so we went ahead and we plugged it up. And let me just show you very quickly how that looks there. Step carefully here, I want to trip. All right, so here we go inside of the spa. We have all 5 of our return jets plugged up there, and inside of our pool we got 1 over there. We have 1 on the adjacent side of the bend of that, and 1 right there. So we plugged up all 8. Luckily we do have 8, and that's all I have. Probably going to be going to get some more. Throughout that time I unboxed everything, so I'm just going to basically show you. This is the pump here. This is how the Jandy VS 185 horsepower looks. It's completely different from the 165. This is the zero clearance pump here. You actually can butt this right up if you do have a close area and you're right up against the wall. No problem. You can butt this directly up against the wall if you needed to, because it vents actually from these vents right here. And this pump, it is the newer style. It's more sealed. I forget the terminology for it. I just heard a class of it yesterday. But basically, other pumps, if you notice, other motors, they were not sealed. They were, I believe it's OPD or OTD, something like that, where the water can get in through these vents and get inside of the motors. So these were the I believe it's OTD type of motors. I don't remember 100%. See, these are all the traditional style motors. Now, if you look at these motors, these are all completely sealed. There is no vents on the side. Okay, there is no vents. It's damn really impossible for water to get on the inside of the motors, which makes these gonna last a heck of a lot longer, especially when you're dealing with open areas like this where the water can just shoot in. Okay, and when the water and rain is hitting down on the motor like this, okay, it would drip along the edge and go into those grilled areas and causing short circuits. You know, these motors, they can take light rains, but like let's say here in Florida when we get those torrential downpours where it's like raining all day like it was on Memorial Day, motors go out left and right. So this is another benefit of upgrading to a variable speed pump. So these type of pumps that we have, yeah, these were the I believe the Duraglass 2s, Stay Right Duraglass 2s, which, you know, these Jandy pumps, they do come with spacers to raise up the motor, or risers if you want to call them. And they did say on the inside that these type of spacers that give you the lift that you need to match up on the plumbing. They said that this pump with the single base that comes with it, adapting with using the other spacers that comes attached with it, you just unclip it from underneath and then you put them in on the certain spots around, and that will give it this, whatever this is, let's say, I don't know, quarter of an inch of a lift, half an inch of a lift, not half an inch, probably like quarter of an inch of lift, and it would match up to that pump. Well, I did that and it did not. I was very low. So luckily, certain clients said they don't need a base, and we didn't install a base on their previous Flo-Pros, then we would, you know, use those to keep those. And I did have an extra one, so I found out that using 2 space risers here we match up perfectly with the inlet right here. So it's going to be our setup. We're going to be coming in the small main drain into that valve and into the pump there. And then our discharge of the pump is going to come up and over into our inlet of our filter. We're going to have our discharge and waistline going to go up, back, and around, closer to the edge of the wall so they can discharge that way. And then here we're going to come out this way from the discharge size of the filter out over, and I'm going to run it on the cool return line right here and installing this valve this way. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm going to put it here instead of putting it here. I'm going to be installing the valve here and then our spot check valve up here like so. So you're going to see this is the way it is. The reason why I'm doing it this way is when they want to cut the flow going to the spall, it's easier to cut the flow going more onto the pool side and not having to do it in between the 2 pipes, having to cut a quarter of it from here and a quarter from here just to achieve it. By achieving it this way, the valve is able to cut more here, allowing more water flow to go through the spall. So they have a stronger presence of the spall into there so we get more flow, whatever they need from what they like. If I was to install it here, let's say, then I would have to cheat half and half more in this way, and it's going to be in between. The valve would basically be between these 2 ports right here, not allowing the correct amount of flow. So I'm installing it this way. I get to 100% cheat only on the pool return to allow more water flow to go to the spall return. So we're going to get this done right now. It's hot. Got my client here. She's got questions to ask me, so I'll be back. What's up, my people? It's a few hours later, and we made a lot of progress here. We basically completed all of the plumbing of our whole entire system, and we did partial electrical for the unit. And the reason why I say it's partial is because we still got to install our IQ Pump 01 controller, waiting on the client to bring us and give us the rights to log into their Wi-Fi using my phone. So while we wait for that, I'm going to show you other things that we're going to be doing to ensure that this installation is perfect. So let me show you the completed job. Alrighty, so here we go. This is the completed job right here of everything. And I'm going to explain to you the reason why I did what I did. Again, this is phase 1 of the job that's here. So we've already spall main drain. I believe this is the vacuum and skimmer, and that's the skimmer main drain vacuum line. Yeah, I think it's like a skimmer main drain vacuum line and spall main drain all plumbed in back into the front part of the pump there. We dialed in our electrical to make sure that we have our electrical wiring. We were able to reuse it, so we didn't completely push it completely out where we would have had to change the electrical. So that's all done. We got the back of the top of the computer all open, ready for us to install the AccuPump 01 main controller here. All right, so we have our discharge of our pump coming into our filter right here, and then we have our waistline is coming out with an American Granby 1.5 inch ball valve. I wasn't able to wrap it all around. I ran out of pipe. So anyway, I know this is only phase 1, and more than likely the filter is going to be changed out later on, and we're going to be installing a heater over here. So this is the reason why I installed it in this manner. Okay, so the filter coming in, water filters comes out. Okay, so this is where phase 2 comes into play, and once the heater does come and we put probably a Jandy CS200, the input's still going to be there, the outlet's going to be on this side. It's going to match right up, and if we have the heater around this section over here, so the plumb is going to come here into the heater, back around, and then we come down to our main discharge return lines to our pool return that's on the left and our spall return that's on the right. And we have enough space here, a long run in case if the client in the future wants to install a saw system. We have a plenty of distance right here to install a saw system cell right here along this pool return main line right here. So to completely set this up, when we do go full automation, it's going to probably be in phase 2. Then we're going to have an automatic actuator valve that's going to be placed right on top of that for the spall main drain, and we're going to have an actuator valve installed right here for the spall return side. So one thing that we're going to be making adjustments is on the actual valve itself. Wanted to show you that these valves, they are 3-way valves, and this is the inlet side right here. So we do need to change the orientation of the top of this lid, and simply what we're going to be doing is unscrewing all 8 of the screws right here, and then we're going to be rotating the valve so where the inlet matches the actual inlet of the pump. So now when we install our actuator valve here, it'll be able to rotate here on this position. If we left this here, the actuator valve would stop, because this is the stopper part right here on the valve. There's a little notch underneath the valve that stops it right there. So if that's left in that position, our actuator valve will not be able to rotate to close off our spall main drain. So we're going to be changing the orientation of that position of that valve, and we're going to be doing the same thing to this one here. Since this is basically our inlet of our water right here, we're going to be changing the orientation of the inlet that's right here, and we're going to be facing it right here on this position. So when the actuator valve comes on top, you can actually close the pool return and play between this here. So this is the reason why I installed it this way on this line. Figure if I wanted to position and throw more water to the spall return, see, now I can cheat here on the pool return. If I needed more, or if they needed 100%, obviously without this orientation here, it would be here. Later on, if there was ever something going on with the spall where we needed to stop the complete spall side, once I reposition this orientation, this valve would be able to actually come over and completely stop here. So now I have total control between pool and spall, and total control over the amount of water that's going through the spall to give me the right amount of water flow going into the spall. So this is the proper way that this valve should be installed for between these two pipes. If I would have done it the opposite way, then like I told you, I would have been having to cheat between these two. Figure between these two right here, I would have had to be splitting half and half for me to achieve that, and it's never enough. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the orientation here. On this side. Show you what I need. I always set it about 4 because I don't want to make sure that Okay, so now see with this valve can never block the entrance of where the water is flowing into the valve, completely protecting the pool filter and the plumbing and the pump. Now we're going to do the same thing on our spa main drain valve right here. Get a better orientation. Right there. You see now I have the inlet to here protecting the pump, so water can never be stopped, the whole entire flow of coming into the pump. So now when we put our actuator valve, I'll show you and mimic the action that the actuator valve will take when it is activated. Okay. Sure. All right. So, action that it would take would be in normal spa mode. It would be, in normal pool mode actually, it would be basically in this position right here. Spa main drain completely shut off, and pool roughly about right here where we're cutting out some of the pool flow there. When the actuator valves are enabled, this valve will actually turn and close right here, and it's preset within the actuator valve, and then this valve will actually turn and close right here, allowing 100% water to flow through from the spa main drain, be filtered, and 100% going into the spa return side. Now we're going to be going ahead and connecting our IQ Pump 01 controller into our pump computer board. Let's get it done. All right, my people, we're all finished here. We got everything all buttoned up. We got the pool finally circulating again after one whole entire year of this pool sitting. We have accomplished in a 2-week span, and I thank my client for entrusting us and doing this work for them. 1 week draining the pool and spa, acid washing it, clearing it out. You should see that video. Second week came back, we had a hiccup. The pool pump that they originally had, dual pumping system, was completely shot, which in turn leads me to our beautiful new Jandy Flo-Pro VS 1.85 horsepower dual voltage pool pump. Installed, reconfigured the whole entire equipment pad. If you believe it before, 2 pumps, tucked away back there, reconfigured everything. This is phase 1. Got everything running right now. We got the IQ Pump 01, a little dirty. Let me clean that up. Got the IQ Pump 01 installed, tacked with 1/4-inch masonry pits to keep it all in line, tacked up all the way into the computer housing drive of the motor. We have made sure that our pool pump is on the line side, direct hot all the time. So this timer no longer is going to be working. They could probably use it maybe for something else, but that's another story. We have our main kill switch for our pool pump right here. In case something was to happen, they can kill the power right here to the pump. So this is the whole entire installation. Everything looks good. Phase 2 would be, as we said before, ready and set up for a heater somewhere around this area. Putting in the whole new control box, adding the actuator valves for the pool and spa return. This thing is looking beautiful right now. We're running at 2200 RPMs. 2200 RPMs. System is showing us, the iAqualink is showing that he is at 467 watts total. Wow, what a savings compared to something that you're running about, man, 2,000 watts to run it. You know, we can easily ramp it up, and you're going to be around there 3450. You're going to be around, you know, the 2,000, 2,300 watts. You know, right now he's powering maybe, that's like equivalent to 4 light bulbs at 60 watts. You tell me. Actually 8 light bulbs maybe at 60 watts. So you know the math, you know the drill. Look at this beautiful installation. If you're looking for something to be done like just like this, professionally done, where we can phase it out for you, start you on the, this is the new Jandy Flo-Pro VS pump. Let's take a quick look at it. You can't hear this pump at all. The AC unit in the back is louder than this thing. It's amazing. I love them. I have a VS pump on my own pool. I have the E pump, but that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful design. And that's a beautiful installation, ready to go for phase 2. This is the entry level for valve automation with the IQ Pump 01. Hooked up, aligned, ready to go to your Wi-Fi router. You need this in your life. You can run everything from what you're watching me through right now, your phone. So you could be anywhere in the world. This is just the entry level. Now imagine this. You have a pool pump, a VS pump. You have LED lights. You have a heat pump. You have automatic valves. You have water features. Whatever it is, dream your pool up. You need automation. You definitely need automation. You could be anywhere in the world, out of a push of a button, turn on your pool pump. Set the speed that you like. At a push of a button, you can heat the pool to the temperature that you like. Set ready for you to come into the swimming pool when you're ready. You have a pool party coming, hit the button, it's ready to go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. If you have any comments, post them down below. Give me a thumbs up. Listen, I did a lot of work here. I bringing this to you. I'm sorry. Give me a thumbs up. Like my page. Hit the like button. Haters, if you hating, hit the like button. I don't care. Hit the down button. I mean, I really wish that you wouldn't, but if you want to hate that much, go ahead and do it. But I'm all about love. I'm all about likes. I'm all about doing great work, bringing you quality videos, quality installations, new products, developments, changing over, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. How many phases you need for your swimming pool? Don't worry about it. Give me a call. We're the elite team. hit the subscribe button right now. Thank you so much for watching the video. On to the next repair Saturday. Here we go.